Glad to have you along from Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Utah Utes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. This team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Utes ready to kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Here's a give to Parker. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Give to the running back. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Utes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Looks as if it's their senior quarterback who's down on the play, and that is a guy they can ill afford to lose. We'll have Holly check on his condition shortly. They'll go with Parker. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here's Simmons to throw. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. He'll be brought down, but it'll move the chains for Mizzou.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Dropping back, it's Simmons. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Throwing Simmons. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Austin Simmons firing again. Buying some time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires to the tight end.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Simmons. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hardy. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Scanning the field, it's Simmons. They'll run the screen. There he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Wayshawn Parker. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Rides to the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Snags it, and he's open. The 30, at the
versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And he puts through the extra point. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Play of the period, first down here. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Simmons to throw. The sure hands, it's Hardy. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more.
Looking for a huge play. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Fires to the big fella. Runs through, man. He might have some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff for Parker. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Well, it's a nice positive play on the bootleg going to the right there, and a really good decision that time by the quarterback, too, because he's supposed to throw that down the field, but as soon as he turned around, he saw that there was just open space, green grass. Put your foot in the ground, use your athletic ability, and go get positive yard.
Makes the grab and room to run. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Here's Parker. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Utah!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to Hardy. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Throwing Simmons. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
So now it's 2nd and long. Simmons. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hardy. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Timeout called by the Utes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this. We're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
And, man, you see it so many times, man. These crossing routes, like, it doesn't matter if it's zone or if it's man. Like, zone, you find the hole. Man, you run away from guys. And if you put the ball on the money, just like the QB did right there, that's what happens. The yards after the catch, man. You can keep going. Guys are so spread out, and you can make big plays on this offense.
Under fire. Caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. wasting no time throwing on this drive. They're working that left side. Still on his feet at the 40. Makes the grab in their space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Explosive plays are great, but you got to finish the deal. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Utes! The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Simmons to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Hardy. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking to pass. It's Simmons. Throws to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
To the air on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Hardy. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Austin Simmons wants to fire again. Escapes the pressure going right. Trying to find his man in the middle. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. 4th down, Simmons. Oh, they're after him. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the UCF Knights.
Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. They'll run for it. It's Parker. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early.
Finding some room. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Back open in the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Utes are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Looking for a crease. It's Gray. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Zings it complete to the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Trying to keep the drive alive. Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing Simmons. Keeps looking downfield. He's going to fire to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. Hey, when you are a dangerous return man, forget that stuff about not fielding it in your end zone. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. The run inside. It's Brady. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was.
There's a crease. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
The Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Off play action. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Utes send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, give to Hardy. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Simmons escapes the pressure to his right. He's got it. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Tigers are in the hurry-up. Running inside. It's Hardy. Turning it on. An explosive play to wrap up the 3rd quarter. Oh, they finally got him out of bounds, but not before. He carried some momentum for his team into the 4th quarter. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work in the final period of this one. On 1st down, it's Hardy again. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Here's Simmons to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a... Snags it, and there's running room. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brady. Maybe some room here. extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Throwing Simmons. Makes the grab. Slips one guy, now he's loose. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Again, it's Simmons. Here's a heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Looking to take a shot. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Returns it all the way back to the 23-yard line, and the defense gets a turnover. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. The run inside. It's Briggs. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4th. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Tries to get it on the ground. Here's a little room there. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. They'll run play action, extending the play. Firing to the right, complete. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown, Utes! And the stomping has commenced.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Here's a give to Hardy. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Simmons. Here comes the heat. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. They've got the screen set up.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Simmons from the gun on 3rd down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going, and never.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you can try to get young guys in the game at this point, but now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the score.
Quarterback will keep it. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Past the 30. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the hot hand. Gets it, headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Utah!
And with that throw, man, you've got to look at this 2-game run for this team. Like, to be able to do it in back-to-back weeks against ranked opponents, guys that you know, this is going to be a resume builder, a confidence builder for this squad. Impressed with the way this offense has handled their situation. The QB has handled some difficult moments, but Palmer, back-to-back weeks against ranked opponents, that's pretty impressive.
Big for his confidence as a player. I think big for the offensive coordinator and the head coach and their confidence in him as well, because you're right. You beat 2 top 25 teams in 2 straight weeks, in large part because of the way he's played. As a quarterback now, you're earning more throws for the next game and more touchdown pass opportunities because everybody trusts you and believes in you to handle the big moment against good opponents.
Here's Simmons to throw. Rushes on him. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. To the air, it's Simmons. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Not a lot of room on the return. return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Running inside, it's Brave. Makes it past the marker. Across the 25, he's got room. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense...
He wants to take the top off. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on third. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Looking down the middle. Will